Hello and welcome to the new video. In today's video, we're going to take a look at some new leaked information, I guess, for Pokemon Go, because the GoFest 2025 logo just got leaked, which I think is the third year in a row where this happened directly after the Go tour. So I would assume that it's coming somewhere from internal things or whatever. I don't know. Like, it's very weird that this got I think leaked the third time in a row. But yeah, today we're gonna take a look at the logo here and for two other events which got announced as well, and what the logo already tells us about the next GoFest. Because usually, of course, the logo kind of showcases on what it's going to be based around, and here are two different themes that you can see in it basically. One theme is going to be the blue and the red version there, which is going to be definitely based on the Sword and Shield logo. The color theme, they're completely the same as well. It's definitely going to be around this one. It's very likely going to be towards the Zacian and Zamazenta Crown form, so those Pokemon, I would assume, are going to be available during the GoFest, but there's usually a new mythical Pokemon getting introduced as well. Last year it was Marshadow. This year, based on the gears here, it's going to be Magearna, so that is going to be something that we're going to take a look at here today as well, and what they can do here in Pokemon Go. There are some other ideas as well towards the logo, where we're going to talk about it as well, about Volcanion, which I highly doubt is going to be happening, but we're going to still take a look at it today, and again, two extra events which are also coming up very, very soon. So, very likely it's going to be Zacian and Zamazenta. Zacian and Zamazenta, those forms are absolutely overpowered, as you're going to see as well. 4717 CP for the Zamazenta doesn't seem that much, but like with the current moves that it has currently in the code, which very likely gonna get changed, very likely gonna get a bit worse, and very likely gonna get its signature move as well, of course, for the GoFest. If again it's gonna get released, we don't know the exact thing for it. This Pokemon most likely gonna change quite a bit, because also right now it is just too broken. 26 wins, 11 losses, nearly 600 average rating is quite mad, and if you go to the two-shield scenario, it's exactly the same, so this Pokemon would be just a little bit too broken for sure with the current moves that it has, but it's gonna get a signature move, and same goes for the Zacian form there as well. But yeah, this Pokemon here gets up to 4717 CP, while the Zacian Crown form here goes up to 5629 CP, which would be by far the highest CP. And to back it up, you also have the best typing possible in the game, which is Fairy and Steel. It gives you the best defensive options, but still having offensive options there as well. Generally considered to be the best kind of typing combination that you can have, Fairy and Steel. And yeah, you have together with that also an amazing move pool, and then you're gonna end up at 29 wins and 8 losses with a 608 average rating, which would absolutely completely break the Open Master League. So it's kind of safe to assume here that those Pokemon are not going to get into the game like this, because they just would be a little bit too broken. And I would assume that they're going to change the moveset quite a bit in order to kind of make them a little bit maybe less spammy. Like, they're not even that spammy right now, but like most they're gonna give them like only moves that are above 50 energy and stuff like this. I would assume that those Pokemon gonna get a significant nerf, maybe just a worse fast move as well, something like this, just because currently like they would be too broken if they got released like this, but they're gonna get released eventually anyway. So yeah, Zacian and Zamazenta look really, really overpowered, unless maybe they're gonna do it that you're not allowed to use them in PvP, and then of course they're going to be just the best kind of raid answers, which would be also fine. I don't think really we need it for PvP, but again, very likely going to be the theme of the next GoFest, which you see here as well. Then for the mythical Pokemon, we see here Magearna. This Pokemon very likely is going to be coming into the game as well, which again is going to be a Steel and Fairy type Pokemon, just like Zacian, which is then also fitting for the theme here. We don't know actually the moveset yet. There's no moves currently in the game code for this Pokemon, but we see the CP here already with 4087. It's a very solid Pokemon. Again, great typing, great attack and defense stat here as well. Like, it's a very balanced Pokemon, and has a signature move, I think, called Fleur Cannon or something like this, which is going to be a very, very strong move when it's gonna get into the game. I think it is kind of similar to what Overheat would be for the for like fire type Pokemon. Just like the same amount of damage, kind of same amount of effects. And as you'll see here, this Pokemon is going to be with the current moves that I just put in there, just for the moves that I just saw that are already available. Looks kind of okay, but like doesn't look too crazy. But still, I think this Pokemon would have a lot of potential. Again, we don't have any moves really for this one before this Pokemon gonna get released anyway. Very likely gonna get a new season anyway before that as well. So yeah, this Pokemon very likely gonna be part of it. Volcanion kind of got, thought about it as well here as like a potential option. Main reason for this is again the color theme of being red and blue, just like the logo has here as well. But for me, that is literally like the color theme here from the bottom bit of the Sword and Shield, basically. So I would assume it's going to be exactly that. And also like the background itself doesn't really make too much sense. If it wasn't Sword and Shield, it looks more like the tails of the legendary Pokemon here. So I would assume that Volcanion is not going to be a thing for this one, but this doesn't mean that Volcanion wouldn't be a great Pokemon. As you're gonna see here already, this Pokemon would have a signature move, I think called Steam Eruption, which would be a very powerful water type move that can also, I think most likely in Pokemon Go, then debuff the opponent's attack. But already at the current time, as a fire and water type, which is very unique, I think there might be now one, no actually I think it's the only fire and water type Pokemon. With Incinerate, Overheat, and Sludge Bomb and great CP and stats, this Pokemon would be really good for the Open Master League. So it would be cool. I don't think it's going to happen though. Like I don't think that Volcanion is going to get into the game. I don't think it's going to be part of that event. But I saw some people like kind of saying it because of the color theme and because there was a movie of Magearna together with the Volcanion. But yeah, this is going to be it for the Go Fest there. We were most likely going to get some more information over the next few weeks. I would assume that we're going to get some stuff a little bit earlier because especially the people who go to the in-person events going to, want to see at least like a few more information before they go for the travels. I think it's most likely booked out already, or can you even book already for it? I don't know. I'm sorry you're not going to be at the Go Fest, but yeah, definitely going to look forward for the global one. Then we're going to have 2 events that got announced, and I actually kind of want to take a look at both of them as well because they are quite interesting. I do think that both of them are kind of good in their own ways. Here we're going to have Powerful Potential, the first event of the Might and Mastery season. And what we'll see here is that there's going to be the 1/2 egg distance, and after you completed the free timed research, you're going to actually unlock the 1/4 egg hatch distance. So you're going to get eggs hatched really, really fast during this event, which is going to be great. We're going to get the debut of Kapfu, which is going to be very, very cool. I'm definitely going to showcase this Pokemon in the Open Great League just for the fun, but it actually gets up to 1500 CP, which is cool. We have some max battles where we're going to get Gigantamax, Venusaur, Charizard, and Blastoise again, which sadly I'm never going to be able to redo. You need way too many trainers for this one. Not really something I'm looking forward to, but yeah, again, for the people who have the community for that, have fun with them. They're actually really strong now. Like Gigantamax forms are really, really needed for the feature, but yeah, it's a little bit difficult to get there if you're in a little bit of a smaller city. But anyway, here we're going to have the egg pool, which is going to be mainly interesting also for, of course, Chocolat, which is going to get released as a shiny here apparently, so that's going to be really nice. But also some interesting Pokemon in here as well, but Chocolat is going to be in every single egg, there as well. We have Lavesta, we're going to have like just generally some cool Pokemon here from 10 km X as well, which is kind of nice. Mainly it's about the new shiny form for that one. And of course, here we're going to be able to get Hisuian Typhlosion from Field Research. And that's actually very important because it's going to be the first time where you don't have to get, I think it's like a 0.67 chance of getting Hisuian Typhlosion with a 0 friendship level trait under 1500 CP currently because it's at level 20 basically. But here, because you're going to get through Field Research task, you're going to be able to get this Pokemon guaranteed under 1500 CP, which is going to make this an interesting event because it's going to be the only time where you really can do that at the current time. And so even especially if it's going to get eventually some more better moves, for example like Blastman or something like this, it's going to be very interesting. But also, what you can actually take a look at here real quick as well, Hisuian Typhlosion got buffed over the last 2 seasons a little bit, which maybe makes it an interesting pick. Let's take a look here compared to the normal Typhlosion. Hisuian Typhlosion is going to have access, of course, to the fast move of Hex, which got buffed. Got buffed with Fire Punch, but also has access to, for example, the move Wild Shot, which is going to be kind of interesting. So it has some potential and is kind of unique. And so I would definitely still try to get it. It's not going to be the best Pokemon ever, but I think it's going to be a fun Pokemon to run. And so, yeah, definitely an interesting one here if you want to play the event. Again, there's going to be the Kapfu, which you're going to get one time just for free. But if you want to pay €8 to get to, or like $8 here to get another Kapfu that can Dynamax, then you can do that as well, which I'm mostly going to do mainly for content reasons. But yeah, this is going to be it for the first event of the season. And then we're going to take a look at the next event that just got announced literally this morning at 8:30, which is the Festival of Colors for 2025, which actually looks like a really cool event again as well. And we're going to see here that Lure is going to be active for at least, for 3 hours here, which is going to be really good. Especially if you have like somewhere where you can just sit down and maybe have some spawns around here. That's going to be an interesting one there for you for sure. We have instants which are going to take 2 hours unless they're like daily adventure instants. That's is excluded from this one. But so you're going to be able to use like Lures and Incense for a very long duration, which is kind of nice. So definitely going to mostly take advantage of this one and play a little bit with those. Yeah, Lures especially. But we're going to have here also from Incense way more frequently Bruxish, which is going to get released now as a shiny, which is kind of cool. And also shiny Smeargle is going to be back from Snapshot encounters, which is going to be a nice thing there as well. We have of course some Pokestop showcase things going on. We have some regional bonuses for India. You get like a special Pikachu and like some extra candies. And here we're going to have the spawns where especially Flabébé is going to be the Pokemon that you kind of want to hunt because it's going to be buffed this season as well, thanks to Trailblaze getting added on the moveset. Meditite is going to be cool as well because Medicham is back in the meta, definitely going to be a Pokemon that I would recommend you to build. Drowsy has access to Psyshock, which got buffed as well this season. So a lot of Pokemon that are actually going to be way better this season. 5-star rate is going to be Tapu Koko, which is kind of nice. And that's going to be it basically for this one here. There's going to be some things that you can pay for. There's going to be a free research as well. That's going to be kind of nice. And here down you see the 2 shinies. Bruxish looks actually really cool. I like this shiny. A lot of people don't like it, but I think it's a fun one. And this is going to be it for this video. Hopefully you enjoy. And I will see you then. Bye bye.